Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from WisdomSeekers.net, and I'm here today for Water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, which is for February 23rd to the 29th, 2020. And the first card I pulled was Listen. And listening is an art. And I think most of us realize it's an art, not one that everybody has mastered, but it is an art, and it is actually a very important art. So, for instance, today I wasn't talking, but I wrote something, and the person obviously read the first line, not the rest of it, because they said, "Wow, that's nice," and the rest of it was not nice. I wasn't being critical of her. I was just saying that something had happened, and I didn't understand why. But she saw the first line, which was very positive, and wrote, "Oh, nice." So she skipped everything in between, and honestly, it left me feeling a little sad. So listening is a very important part of our communication skills. It's a very important part of how we interact with people. And it's also a very important part of how we interpret what's going on in our lives. So the first card for us, for water, is the moon. And that's about the subconscious. And the subconscious is it's the most powerful thing in our lives. It runs our lives. It creates for us within our lives. And that's another form of listening to what the subconscious has to say, listening to that little voice in our minds, our hearts, that tells us what's happening, what's good, what's bad. And how do you listen? Sometimes we don't have the answers, we don't have the knowledge. And in that case, you listen and say, "I don't get it," and reach out. Or you tell yourself, "I don't understand," so it can be explained in another way. So listening is very important. This week is all based on the subconscious. And it is based on the subconscious where we're taking, in the wrong word, control. We're going to allow ourselves, and the word is allow ourselves, to be in charge of our own self, our own way of being, our own thinking. Because that's the Three of Wands is a card of it is a card of taking responsibility for one's own action. It's a very positive card, and it infers that the person being read for will take that action. What's behind is the Emperor. And we've been getting the Emperor a lot this week. And as I keep saying, the Emperor is very hard for me to read. It's because I prefer to read him with other cards involved. But the Emperor, it's letting go of rigidity. In this case, it would be letting go of rigidity, of logical thinking. And yes, I did say logical thinking, because we're thinking still in the old physical third-dimensional way, and we're moved up. We've moved up in energy. We're no longer in the third dimension, and what was true in the third dimension is no longer true in the fifth dimensional energy. Things have shifted and changed, and because things have shifted and changed, what was true is no longer necessarily the same truth. So we're letting go of many truths we held close. What the Two of Swords, that's just below us, what's covering, is moving forward with courage, blindfolded, because we don't know where we're going particularly. Blindfolded with courage, knowing where we're going to end up, not how we're going to get there. And that is, we're learning the truth as we go along, the new truths. And then we've got the Fool. And the Fool is a brand new journey. And yes, it is a brand new journey. We don't know how it's working, but it is a brand new journey, and it's going to take us places our wildest imaginations have not yet gone. We are going to leave behind the Eight of Cups. We're going to leave behind our primeval pains, our hurts, our sorrows. We're going to leave them behind. And we're going to leave them behind with support, with courage, with strength, and with balance of energy. And those two are going to put up front. So we've got the Fool, which is a brand new journey in front of us. What we're leaving behind and how we're moving, how we're going forward, we're going to take that with us. And again, we've got the inner child, the Princess of Swords, she's being very adamant that things are going to shift this week. She's adamantly telling us that we do not have a choice. I'm just looking because I don't have quite enough cards. I didn't pull quite enough cards. So she's very adamant that things are going to shift. But then we have the Princess of Wands who's saying, yeah, they're going to shift, but it's going to become more magical. So everything is working to our benefit. But we do have to have, of course, we always have to have patience, because as a human being, we're impatient. It's normal. But we will land on our feet. We will land happily on our feet. We may be frustrated. Well, that would be the patience part. But we will land on our feet. So this is a week of listening to yourself, listening to what the world has to tell you. And it might be simply that the doorbell rings just as you're sitting down for supper, and you always make a rule of no interruptions at supper. But this time it's too important. You have to interrupt. So you have to listen to your heart. Listen to what is the right answer. And sometimes it may simply be that you have to listen to your neighbor or your friend talk about what's going on in their life so that they can move forward with theirs. It might be something very simple like that. But listening this week is paramount. It is an art. And what will it give you? It will give you success and growth. This is a week of growth. We just had a download 2 days ago, and it is a huge download. It is a download that has shifted us dramatically to a new position in the energy field. So we're no longer here. We're here. In between there's chaos, podge. It's a mess right now, energetically. We are the ones who need to sort it out. So good luck on that. And water is probably the best energy to sort it out, because they can wash away that which is no longer necessary and maintain that which is necessary. Good luck with this week. And hi, everybody.
Kim G says hello. Empress Z says I'm number one. Tay Tay asks, hello, lovelies. Can you pull me 3 cards, please?
Who?
Tay Tay.
Honestly, it's not my favorite thing to do is pull cards. So, 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is You're going to reap the reward of all your efforts, and it's positive. Make sure you take that positive and dream it big, dream it fantastic. And you do have the skills, you do have the ability to deal with everything that is presented to you. Just because you don't believe that you can do it doesn't mean you can't do it. Okay?
Next. Gina Joyce says, hello, sweet peeps. Empress Z says, hello, any messages surrounding finances for the next 4 days?
4 days. So it must be specific. It feels like in the next 4 days, you're going to get there. You're going to get what you need. It's going to be just get it at the very last second. It's just going to fall into place for you. And but it's, how do you say this? It's going to be a bit of a harrowing journey to get there, to get what you want, and do it. Just, I know, and I'm not one to talk, honestly, but trust that it's going to work for you. Trust that you've got that it's going to be, trust that it's going to be exactly what you need when you need it. But like I say, it's like right at it's the last little bit. Good luck with that.
Zilami R asks, do you see new people coming in my life in the future to date me?
Definitely. And somebody is just waiting, actually. Just waiting for that for you to be open to it. Because it's quite, well, I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it's just like I went in and this guy sat going, here, I'm waiting. So yes, definitely there's a big yes there.
Vidya Maharaj asks, hi ladies, good day. Just asking asking about anything new in my career field for me.
There is, but you're not. It's like it's already there, but you don't quite recognize it. It's like it's standing there waiting for you. It's knocking on your door, but you're not recognizing it because your focus is so intent in another place. So yes, definitely yes. There's something very positive coming for you, and it is. It is really, I feel it's very interesting, if that makes sense. It's something that it's something that you're going to go, oh, I never thought of that. That is totally, well, good, but totally not something you've thought about. So yeah, there's something new coming. And it actually appears to be there already. Okay.
Delia G asks, will my mom ever accept my boyfriend as my life partner? She strongly dislikes him.
No, I don't think so. But unfortunately, that's not her choice. You may not. She may never accept him, but if you love him, and that's all that you can expect. is just to allow her to feel the way she does and go from there. Okay.
Also, I pick up that there's a reason she doesn't like him more than just being mom and this any boy is not good enough for my daughter.
Yeah, I did too, actually. I just don't know what it is.
I don't know either, but maybe ask her about it. Have a talk.
Find out why. Yeah, it might probably be a really good idea to find out why.
And don't get mad at her if she has a hard time finding the right words to explain her reasoning.
Yeah, that would be that would be wise not to.
I mean, there is part of it's just mom being protective. You're always going to get that. But there is a specific reason she does not like him for you. So find out why, and then maybe go from there.
And it might be something you can work with, actually.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying maybe go from there. But again, don't get angry if it takes her a while to express her thoughts.
Yeah, moms are not infallible.
Well, and I mean, coming from me, what I initially say isn't always what I mean. So to express my thoughts, it takes me a while to get out the initial because he's a dick and then go deeper into expanding why I perceive said previous comment.
Why you perceive him to be a dick.
Yeah. So just be patient with her and don't get upset.
And that might be hard because you have history.
Yeah. Jennifer Schwab, excuse me, asks, hi ladies, do my spirit guides want me to know anything important for the next couple of weeks? Thank you.
Couple of weeks. So basically what I'm getting is don't take a setback as the ending. If you truly wanted something, keep on looking. You know what you want, and that becomes more important now when you're searching, if that makes any sense. So I think it probably has to do with a house. You know what you want, so now you look for what you want within the range that you want to look in. And it's not over, if that makes any sense. Okay.
Emily Aquine asks, hey Eliz-sha and Elle, I canceled my meeting with Jeffrey yesterday and I haven't heard from him since. Where is his head, please?
He's kind of in shock. He doesn't quite understand why. And he really doesn't understand why. If you have the sense of something not quite right, then I would follow that through, because what he told to me was he put in a lot of effort to get to this place, and I don't know. I find that a little funny that somebody would have commented on how much effort they put in to get to that place. So if you have reservations, figure out what the reservations are before you go forward again. And it just to me, that just sounded a little, I don't know, I found it a little strange comment. Okay, so what else? I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I just might be that because it does appear that he likes you, but just check it out. And he doesn't understand why you canceled, to be honest.
Next. Gina Joyce says, it's my birthday and
Happy
asks,
birthday.
Will this weekend see Eric taking our journey to the next level?
He definitely would like to take it to the next level. At the same time, I think at the same time, it's not like he's afraid. I don't get he's afraid, but I do get that there does appear to be something that happens that makes it not happen. And I hope I'm wrong. That would be really nice. But it doesn't seem to be personal. It seems to be outside influence. But that's the only reason why it would be happening that way. Okay. And happy birthday.
TT Love asks, my boyfriend is leaving to Mexico and I'm staying in the States. How will his life be for him out here?
He's moving back to Mexico?
Yeah, that just says leaving to Mexico. So
how will his life be? So Mexico is actually a really nice place. At least I've always liked it. And I'm not talking. I didn't live in the tourist areas. I lived in the
real Mexico.
I lived in Mexico. But I really liked it.
Gang violence and all.
Well, we didn't have that. We didn't.
No, but I mean, we've had our fair share of what we assume to be cartel hits and stuff.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that. But let me find out. Part of him is quite happy to go back because he has missed that part of he has missed the Mexican style life, the family parties and things like that. So part of him is happy to go back. But at the same time, I do get that vigilance is probably going to be his friend. Tell him to be very careful and very aware. Because basically, if I'm not denigring Mexico, but the livelihood of Mexico is very strongly wound up in drugs and cartels and things like that. So it's very difficult to get away from it. If he can, tell him to be very, very careful. But other than being aware, I feel that he should be okay. And he seems to know how to deal with the life situations there. So good luck. I do feel I'm not sure if he can or will, but I do feel he would like to come back. Back to where you are.
Next.
Yeah.
Angel Wings asks, do you ever see me having children with the Gemini I was involved with?
That was actually a really fast answer. And I know that you really care for the person, but I didn't get a yes for it either. So I'm sorry for that. But it's probably to your benefit to move on. Okay.
Champagne C asks, hey, Eliz-sha and Elle, can we do a quick check-in on Angel and how he's feeling today? Thank you.
Okay. He's starting to come back to normal. His normal self. So he's starting to heal from all the things that have gone on, and he actually feels quite okay with himself. And unfortunately, he's not thinking beyond himself at the moment. He's only thinking about himself. Okay.
Maria Herrera asks, hello both. Is Mary and Mauricio both lying to me or lying? Thank you.
Who?
Mary and Mauricio. Are they lying?
Okay. I suspect they are, yes. With that, I don't know if that's the answer you wanted, but they seem to be quite taken with themselves, and they're quite yeah, no, I wouldn't trust them. And I would trust my what you feel over what they say. Okay.
Kim G asks, I'm renting a room from a married couple. Why does and I'm wondering why the male owner of the house follows me into the kitchen every day and acts stupid by closing his children's bedroom door located right next to the kitchen.
Well, there's a couple of reasons. One of them is he thinks the kids should look after their room a little better. And the other reason is he wants to make sure you know that you're not family. And I think you're pretty well aware of that already. And I just don't get it. I don't get the feeling he's a nice human being deep down, and is kind of selfish and kind of cranky that he has to rent out a room. I would be very careful of him. Trusting wise, I mean, I wouldn't trust him very much.
Basically, I would suggest maybe look for a different place to live.
If you can, yeah.
Next.
Yep.
Jennifer Schwab says, thank you, Eliz-sha and Elle, for your time. Eliz-sha, your readings are always amazing and helpful. Nyesha Aline, I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong, says hello. And Tay says, thank you, Eliz-sha. I will keep that in mind. Ruth Graham asks, hi, hope you are all well. I'm pretty devastated as I was fired yesterday from the job I absolutely loved. I am quite scared as I'm not sure what to do next.
First of all, you breathe, ground. And then I would really sincerely suggest you look into education. You've got a job. You had a job you love and care for, but it's probably because the universe. You probably got fired because you didn't listen to the universe telling you it was time to move on, and find and start doing something else. It's probably the universe's way of making you listen. It's not fun, but that's what happens when we don't listen, and we're all guilty of that. So I would think the first thing you do is you go to a I don't know what they call it in your area, but the place where you apply for help in jobs and stuff. And I really would suggest strongly that you upgrade. It appears that it just appears that upgrading is something that's kind of important for you. And don't take it personally.
Next.
Yeah.
AP asks, hey, Eliz-sha and Elle, will I ever have children? Thank you.
Yes. That's all I got. Yes.
Jasmine Moore asks, hi, what are my guides trying to warn me of in the upcoming weeks?
Warn you about.
Also, should I get a personal reading? That's your choice.
That's what my job is. So, of course, I'm going to say yes.
But it's still a personal choice.
Yeah. It's always a personal choice. But having said that, I have two other readers who are exceptional. One does. I don't know if Elizabeth does face-to-face. I think she's gotten over being afraid.
As far as we have set up, she's still is only doing written readings.
Okay, but
so until that changes, I can't say yay or nay.
Okay, but I know Erin is fabulous, and I've watched her grow. She's all very accurate. Elizabeth is also extremely good. Sees things from a different angle than Aaron and I do. And the question was, what are the guides trying to warn you about?
Yep.
So when I close my eyes, where'd it go? I got the Emperor, but I got the Emperor in the rigid form, and I got the Emperor in the rigid form. So because we are shifting and changing and going into a brand new world, it is time to open your eyes and allow yourself to see something you thought you'd never see, never believe. And because what has been for you is now different from what is, if that makes any sense. Like I said in the beginning when I did the card reading, we've moved up a level. So what was your truth is no longer your truth. And it's very difficult to see that shift and change. But it has shifted and changed for you, and you're ready for a new reality. It will be in the physical. The physical is not going to change, but your reality has shifted and changed. So your thinking needs to change with it. Good luck.
Stace Libra asks, I believe in divine and I've struggled with my channeling because I don't use cards. It's more for lyrics to songs. Can you give me advice on growing to open up my power? Okay,
well it's a lot of work. It's a never ending. I understand that. I continuously to this day I shift. I keep working at it every single day. That's part of the reason I do these what I'm doing right now. It might be that you would like to try using the cards, but if you're not started out with the cards, I wouldn't worry about it. What I would suggest is you get to know your feelings really well, and listen to. You get, for instance, sometimes I'll get words, sometimes I'll simply get feelings, and I have to. And the feelings are actually, for me, more accurate than the words, because I can interpret the feelings, and just the more you know your own feelings, the more you are clear with your own how when you feel this way, what does it mean? The more you're clear with your own feelings, the clearer you get, and the more you allow yourself to be clear, the easier the channels will be, and also there's little tricks you can do. I don't have any playing cards, but get just straight playing cards, turn them facing away, and run your hand up and down, and you should be able to tell if it's red or black. Okay, and when it's red and it's the answer you got was red, well, how did it feel? There's a different feeling from when you get it right and when you get it wrong. And after you get to the place where you got that, then you start looking and see if you can figure out what number it is, or whether it's a face card or not. And it's just continuously practicing, and of course, as I said, the more you clear your own energy, the easier it gets. And I do try. And I'm out here. I'm living on Earth, so I do have things to work on. That is a given, but I still try every day to clear things. Sometimes I argue with my guides because I've had enough of it. But basically, go forward and do the two things: practice and clear. Okay? And with you do use cards or something like that, read the book once and then go with what it feels like. And for me, I go by feelings. I would have to know what your strongest clair is, whether it's hearing or feeling or knowing. And of course, know it with you know something, just go with it. And of course, trust yourself. Trusting yourself is the biggest thing that holds us back. Okay? Good luck with that.
Emily Aquine says, okay, thank you, Eliz-sha. I'm well kept. I will keep that in mind moving forward. Gina Joyce says, thank you. Blessings to you both. Patricia Scowen asks, hello, hi, Eliz-sha. My cat Jasper has been to the vet today. He has been given antibiotics, not too well. Can you send out love and healing for him? Thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Jennifer Schwab says, I feel that maybe my spirit guides may feel the home we love for our family may be in a price range that they want me to consider and keep looking. Just something that crossed my mind. Thank you.
I think that is, you know what you want, and there appears that, from what I'm understanding, there is a house or a home out there. It would be a home that is similar, but and the price range is just a little bit more feasible.
Mimi asks, any advice from my guides?
So what I'm getting for you, Mimi, is that it's probably been a little hairy, rocky. Just keep on going, because it's not going to last forever.
An Earth Angel asks, should I major in accounting? Is accounting something I would enjoy? There we go.
Okay, that's
I think that's more what she's asking.
You like the puzzles, and accounting is going to give you puzzles. You like the searching and finding and the clarity of accounting. You could also do, I know this sounds a little strange, but you could also do anything that gives you puzzles, and you have to use your creativity to figure out how to make it work better. Okay, I think you're the one who likes to do research. You're the one who likes to he likes to do whatever. Let me think for a second. You like to do the things that you're very creative. And accounting, it takes a lot of my father was an accountant, and he spent hours and hours and hours working on it, and he liked the looking for the puzzle pieces to make them fit. And so, yes, I think you'd probably be okay with it. At the same time, you might be very okay with something else too, as long as you allowed your creative juices to, as long as you allow your creative juices to flow, if that makes sense.
Moonfeather asks, "Hi, ladies. How are you? Just wondering, what is the point of Lewis's and my connection spiritually?"
Oh, I think it's something that you've had before. It's a it's it's an it's a it's from another lifetime, and I think if you choose to let it go, you've probably learned enough. If you like it, then keep it going. But it was basically a karmic relationship, and it seems to me that you've learned that karmic lesson, and it's no longer necessary. So if you're happy in the relationship, that's fine. If you're not, then let it go.
Maria Herrera says, "Thank you very much." As LSL asks, "Hi, ladies. What's coming for me in the near future?"
Coming. It appears that there's somebody. What I saw, and I will explain it first, is somebody driving up in a little sports car going, "Hey." So I do feel that there is a bit of, the word that I would use is an escape, but a little bit of fun coming up for you. And it doesn't mean there's a sports car involved. It's just that's a metaphor. It would be nice if there was a little sports car. And it just seems like there is something, a little bit of fun coming your way. Just enjoy it. Don't. Okay.
AP says, "Thank you." Ruth Graham says, "Thank you so much. Your advice is very much appreciated. God bless."
Thank you.
Stace Libra says, "I would like to use cards, but I listen to my heart."
Yeah, always listen to the heart. The heart is the answer, always going to have the right answers. And it's just practice and keep clearing your energy. That's what I do basically. I started out when I was 19. I started out doing palmistry. I started out doing palmistry because when I went to parties, it was really fun to hold men's hands. And I thought, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to meet people that way. After I'd read their palms, I never actually ever dated any of them because, yeah, I wasn't. After you know a little bit about them, you're not interested in getting to know them. But it was fun, and it grew from there.
She also adds, "Thank you so much for the words. You're right. I have to trust me. Knowing is strongest," and back up by lyrics.
Yeah, and sometimes when I talk to the guides, they come out with musicals, and I'm going, for God's sakes, you really expect me to sing that? but yeah, music, you follow what gives you the best intuition, what gives you the best answer. And and my mother, when she was alive, she had a poem for everything.
Yep.
And so when she passed, my brother and I sat and we recited poems back and forth that she would tell us all our lives. So follow what fits you best. So the lyrics, you know what they mean. They might not mean the same thing from one reading to the next, but you know exactly what you're feeling. Go with it, feel it, enjoy it.
Jagged leaf medicinals. There we go. I will forever get that wrong.
Medicinals.
Medicinals. I can say the word, but make me read it, and it's, what is this thing? Says, hello, ladies. Me again. Just wanted to see if my guides have any info on my relationship with my partner, Bethany.
Okay, let's hang on. Bethany.
Particular places that he might need to pay more attention to.
Yeah, I think there is something because she's a little annoyed. I think you have a tendency to live here, and she wants to communicate here, and you're up here talking, and she's trying to talk here, and you're not listening. So instead of talking to her, listen to her. And she will be very amazed and pleased with you if you listen. Don't try to fix unless it's business, and that's a different thing altogether. But and sometimes she just wants a simple yes. I'd like a roast beef for supper rather than a chicken a la king. Sometimes it's all she wants. Other times she just wants to tell you about that silly girl who made her life miserable today, and you need to actually listen, not just go because she can feel when you don't hear. And I suspect you're one of these people that you're always getting okay, I know what I need to do next. Oh yes, that's really good idea. Sometimes just put that away and just be with her. And she's a really nice human being, by the way. And as she says to me, you're lucky to have her. So please enjoy yourself with her. And yeah, go out for a beer occasionally, and or out for an evening walk together, and just do things with her and be with her. When you're with her, be with her. I was married to a man who I'm 100% sure never ever lived in this dimension, and his kids to this day are not sure he lives in this dimension either, because he's always thinking, he's always off in thought, he's always off somewhere else.
He's always working.
Yeah.
That's where his heart lies.
Yeah. And sometimes you just want them to listen and just be there with you. So just be there and listen.
Princess Nee asks, hi there, can I ask why I have never been successful in love?
There's only one answer for that, unfortunately. And it lies within, it doesn't lie without. And generally the answer is you need to allow yourself to love yourself. And we're taught that we're not allowed to love ourselves, that is selfish, that is this, that is that. The truth is, it is just the opposite. The more you can love yourself, the more you can be and help other people. So the more you can love you, the more you can receive love. And the more you love you, the more other people can love you. And the less you love yourself, the less you can be loved.
Patricia Scowen says, thank you. Positive for Life asks, what is coming up for me from my guides?
Patricia Scowen.
Patricia Scowen says, thank you.
Okay.
Positive for life.
Positive.
Asks,
Okay.
what's coming up for me?
Okay. Sometimes I get the names mixed up. There is a situation coming up, and you want to be very aware in this situation. It can be a very minor situation, or it can be a very major situation, depending on whether, I don't know, are you with your American? There's a saying, I'm from Missouri, which means it's a show me state. Make sure you don't believe everything. Don't believe everything you hear. Make sure to check it out yourself to make sure it is what you are interested in or the truth. Because I have a feeling that it's not necessarily going to be the truth. It will be a version of the truth, but not necessarily your version of the truth. Okay, so be very aware and very careful, if that makes sense, of what you're told in the near future. Okay.
Jennifer Schweb says, love your necklace. It looks like labradorite.
It's not. It's just a regular old stone that I had fun with. I took some glitter and I glittered it up and made it shiny, and did a pretty stone, and it is just a regular stone that you can pick up off the ground. Well, obviously a water stone, but yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed making it.
Earth Angel says, thank you. I'm very creative. I make artwork out of my food when I cook. LOL.
Sweet.
And write songs and everything.
Then keep it up. Because it does seem to be. It seems to be a very major part of your journey.
Stace Libra says, exactly. I will be thinking how cheesy. LOL. Thank you. Estelle says, thank you so much, Eliz-sha. Your readings are very helpful. Much love. Jasmine Moore says, thank you. Stace Libra adds, you channeled a song for me a while back, and it was something like, I have the sunshine in the daytime and moonlight every night.
Oh yeah. I have the sun in the morning and the moon at night.
And I remember you saying how old
it really is old.
And laughing at the fact.
It's really old. It's before my time.
Princess Nee says, yeah, yes, you are right. Thank you. Jagged leaf medicinals. See, I'll never get that right.
You're telling yourself you won't.
Every one day I will, but right now it's not happening. Thank you so much. You are always spot on. I am more than lucky to have her love and to have her to love, or to have her love me. And we are both quite sure that we are twin flames. This isn't the first time that we've been here.
No, and she does love you. That there's no two questions about that. But twin flames are really hard to. It's a hard relationship as a general rule because you know each other really, really well.
Positive for Life says, yes, US. I wonder what that is about, and thank you. Some love related. Jennifer Schwab says, have a great rest of your day, ladies. And Stace Libra says, that's how I know the power of music.
Yeah, music is powerful.
And it doesn't matter what mood or how happy or sad you are. Music, and animals too, but music has a way of just pulling yourself out of your own head and enjoying the rhythm. Doesn't matter what kind of music.
Yeah.
If you can enjoy the rhythm and your body starts to sing with it or move, dance, etc., then it's fun. It's a nice pick me up.
Yeah. Actually, that song about the sun in the morning, moon at night, that's from my mother's era.
So the early 1900s?
40s, 30s, 40s. I wasn't born yet.
Stay Sleeper adds, I'm Scorpio moon. It's all about the flow.
Yes, flow is a huge thing right now. Going with the flow is it's really huge.
And as of right now,
We're done.
we're done.
Or now or anyhow.
Yep. And it's exactly 60 minutes.
So that's wonderful. And if you've noticed my green finger, that's because I was making something and I wasn't very smart and I didn't put something on my fingers, so now I have glittery fingers. But that's me. It's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed the questions today, and it's good to get to know you people, and I like your feedback a great deal. Okay, with that, I'm going to say namaste, namaskar.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for our last interactive.
Or Sunday.
Or Sunday. We'll see what happens. Bye.